Over the space of a 35-year career that has also endured its fair share of flops, Francis Ford Coppola has put his name to such classics as The Conversation, Apocalypse Now, and The Godfather, which sits at number 3 on the American Film Institute's list of the greatest films of all time. He's the father of Marie Antoinette and Lost in Translation director Sofia Coppola, and is uncle to comic actor Jason Schwartzman. In his spare time, he produces wine, runs several hotels, and co-owns the Rubicon restaurant with Robert De Niro and Robin Williams. From time to time, he plows his money into other people's films as producer. In 2002, he signed on to help re-edit the action-adventure film The Legend of Suratai, to make the 16th century tale of Thailand's civil war and the Burmese invasion more accessible to an international audience. One of Francis's chief motivations in taking on the challenge was helping to preserve the cultural purity of the movie.
If films cannot be made in their national language, if they must be made in English in order to find an audience, then the cinema loses a tremendous wealth of culture.
In 2007, he released his first directing project in a decade. Youth Without Youth tells of an elderly Romanian linguistics professor who feels he has wasted his life. Anticipating criticism from fans of his earlier work, he defended the film.
I only ask you to think that my film was interesting. Beyond that, you can decide later in the privacy of your time whether you think it was beautiful or of interest. But one cannot be a prisoner of either your earlier work or anyone's earlier work, or there would never be Pelléas and Melisande, there wouldn't have been a Carmen, there wouldn't have been a Rites of Spring. Not that my work is at the level of those greats, but I think we should be tolerant of artists who want to break new ground and not require them to make gangster films all their lives.
Back on the directing trail with a vengeance, his next movie stars Matt Dillon and Javier Bardem. Testro follows the lives of a group of Italian immigrants.